A Gentleman Games podcast.
Overhead clouds start to roll in and the wind is starting to pick up, making the boat buffet against the waves. The boat is fighting against its anchor, and with only one anchor left...
I'm still on it.
Are you on the anchor? No. You
on
threw
where
it into
the
the
anchor
water.
goes.
Yeah, you're over on the edge of it. Mm-hmm. But with only one anchor left, it is going to roll to see if it breaks free or not.
Can I?
It does not break free. That makes it the eelhound's turn.
Can he will it to not break?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. The eelhound is going to attempt smelling Mercury since she's already been bitten and is releasing blood into the water.
That's weird that noses work underwater.
How do you think sharks exist?
Well, right. No.
Yeah.
But it's weird.
Oh, I thought you were making a sarcastic ass remark.
No.
No.
It was like a legitimate query. Okay.
I was
You
like,
try using your nose underwater.
I do very often. I'm a fucking koi fish.
Koi fish don't have noses.
Yeah, we do.
we do.
We do. All right, so he definitely knows where Mercury is. He is going to go after her.
Wait, let her do a deception check.
Oh, yeah. Can you deceive the water of your scent?
Yes.
Here, just bleed over here for a second. And
Is
then
a 15 going to hit?
Yes.
All right.
You're weak.
It swims up, and once again, you feel something. Does it have... is it disadvantage?
It should still
You
have
know what?
disadvantage.
Yes. Okay, so it's going to roll again. Yeah, that's higher than the first one. So.
I want to make.
10 points of damage, Mercury.
I'm
I
dead.
want to make.
Dead or unconscious?
Or I have no health.
How many negative are you at?
Negative.
I want to
2.
make a wondrous item. That's the Thanos glove. But it doesn't work for the whole world. But you can point at a fight and snap and just see who dies. Because everyone gets a straight up 50% chance to live or die.
That would actually be kind of a
That's
fun
basically
very
image.
just like
interesting.
power word kill, except AoE.
Yeah.
You just have to either resist it or you're dead.
Or you're dead.
Okay, so you take 10 points of damage as it sends you out with your blood in the water, and it goes right after your artery down the center of your, or the inside of your thigh,
Okay.
and it rips into it. You guys see water splashing all over the place, but you don't see what's causing it, and then you just see as...
She hasn't made an attack.
No, she hasn't, so you
she's
don't know
still
where she
invisible.
is.
Oh shit.
Thunderwave? But that happened afterward.
That happened first.
Yeah.
No?
No.
It didn't.
She said
She said-
Thunderwave
she said-
and said oh fuck while she was saying
yeah.
Thunderwave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
if
think
this
it
was
happened
Magic
after.
the Gathering, it would go on the stack.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. So I think she's still invisible.
she's still invisible.
Well, invisibility ends when you go unconscious, though, don't
Does it though?
No, it does not. It ends when the spell's duration is up.
Yeah.
Or when you make an attack.
you? You're
How
fucked.
do we find her?
How do you find it?
There's
There is
blood.
blood
Yeah.
everywhere now.
Yeah.
Except now it's everywhere. Because it just cut open that artery on her leg.
Then we just looked where the blood is being moved.
So anyway, that makes it Mercury's turn. Mercury? Shit, you're underwater.
So she
I-
loses.
No, I got attacked at the surface.
Yeah, and he pulled you down.
Oh.
I think you automatically fail because you're drowning.
Oh.
She
New character, I
she's
guess.
unconscious.
Yep, she's unconscious.
Good thing I'm really into that necromancer.
Hold on, give me a second here. What was it, 183?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So she would be considered suffocating. Because she's not holding her breath actively anymore. She's unconscious.
Yeah, 183.
Can't regain hit points or be stabilized until you can breathe again. You're at 0 hit points. But what about being unconscious underwater? Drowning. I need to find drowning, actually.
Oh no, it says right here, water. A character needs 1 gallon of water per day, or 2 gallons. We're just keeping her healthy.
Yeah, she's just getting her fill.
She's gotten more than that already.
So you take suffocating damage, right?
Yeah.
And
Which
taking damage while you're unconscious
is an automatic fail.
on a death saving throw.
Yeah.
So she just doesn't even get a death saving throw, basically.
Yeah. That's what I'm. What
What do you need for healing word
60 feet.
and verbal? You can see within range. I don't think you can see her.
I think this is the end for my character.
So here's what we're gonna do for it. What's your con modifier?
There it is. 1.
Okay, you have 1 round until you start automatically failing your death saving throws.
Okay.
'Cause that-
When it jumped up to attack Mercury, she was invisible at the top of the
Water.
at the surface of the water.
her head was above the water, and it grabbed her in the thigh.
So it didn't jump up at all.
No.
No.
The only possible thing I can think of is Judge chucks like a javelin and spears her and then pulls her back in.
You can, however, depending on the amount of damage you
Yeah.
do to her. But first off, Mercury, it's your turn. You took a
Well, I
I
had
can't do
a,
anything.
I had an action
Right.
down.
saved.
you did actually you had an action saved. Except that was last turn. You never used it.
Oh, because she's towards the
It started
end.
over.
You're
Because I
talking
messed to her.
Because-
and then
after
you're-
you-
Because
It's on
when
the
you
last.
when you originally you were up to the top,
Yeah.
you were the first, and then you held an action, and then you were at the bottom,
well, second to bottom, right?
third to bottom,
Because
because
it's
after you was
me
Prawn and
Prawn. Yeah,
Wiley.
that me.
Yeah.
So I mean, technically, you still
What did
I
Prawn
guess
do?
he
Climbed
started
up.
climbed back up. Yeah, he climbed back into the boat.
Okay. And then it started over and all this stuff. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. So, back to Mercury. She can't do anything. Just gets a... Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How deep underwater is she?
How deep is she, or how deep is the water where she's at?
Well, it's 15 feet.
15 feet.
And it's 40 feet behind the boat.
70.
I'm a dead one.
So, and here's what I want to do. I want to sacrifice Judge's ability to basically do anything by jumping off the boat with the javelin to actually get closer range.
Uh-huh. It's like a running jump, so
Yeah.
you're like 10 or 15
And
feet
then
closer.
Just
and
doing
then
like a
midair
300.
throw-in. You're doing a freaking Leonidas.
Yes, and then they can reel it back in, and then Judge will be at the bottom of the
You
lake
have
again.
disadvantage, but if you make it on a... What's your AC?
13.
Well,
Let's do a 15 or higher for an attack.
so if I didn't jump off, I wouldn't have disadvantage.
Yeah, but you wouldn't probably be able to make the range. Because what's the range on a javelin anyway?
The max is 100 something. I want to
Not
say.
on a javelin.
Javelin is 120 for maximum.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
but that maximum is automatic disadvantage anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
What's
it's
its
30?
30, yeah. So I would say if you want any chance at hitting an invisible character that you already get disadvantage at with disadvantage anyway, and it's underwater, so a javelin, in all honesty, isn't going to do anything farther than like 5
Javelin's
feet.
only a 1d6. My bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was an 8, but it's
Let's
a
try
6.
it anyways. 15,
You need
you
a
think?
15 just straight up D20 roll.
Can anybody
With
give
my
him bardic
strength.
inspiration?
I will give you the
it's-
strength, but not proficiency or anything else in this.
Okay. Come on, bad boy. Come on. That's a 10. What's
That's
that?
18.
So that's 13.
You miss. The javelin.
Bardic inspiration. Wait, did you actually give me?
No, I
think
didn't.
you
I
ever
gave
did.
Mercury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the point? Oh, yeah, I used it. That's right.
You know
What
what?
was
The
the point
javelin
of it?
hits the water somewhere
Wait,
nearby.
What's her AC though? Do I hit
13.
that?
Yeah,
damage
actually,
her.
you technically do, but you don't know where she is. So,
Yeah.
all right. So the javelin hits to the water and just,
It actually hits the hound.
and then bounces off of its armor,
Yep. And then now I'm underwater.
and you are sinking to the bottom again.
And then what happens to the boat without me on it?
Ah, yes. You jump off the boat, and the boat bounces back up, getting buoyant again. And as you're sinking underwater, oh shit. We're gonna roll a percentage to see if you get hooked by the.
Yes.
by the anchor.
You just
I
start
want
dragging
to
the
try
boat.
that to happen.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You go underwater, and as you're sinking down, the anchor is pulled up violently, and it stabs you underneath, like into the groin area, and you're going to take 5 points of piercing damage as the anchor now has you, I guess, stuck to it. Like it went just straight up into you, and then sinks you back down to the bottom of the water.
How are you that low already?
Oh, I've only taken 7.
Oh, that's how much I thought you were at 7 health. I'm like, how? I just healed you for
No,
15.
I am
However,
very healthy.
The boat is no longer moving with 750 pounds versus the regular 500 holding it. You do feel it tugging at you, though, and it has reduced your movement speed to 1/2.
I'm very strong. I was like, there's no way I could pull a boat going against the current, just like...
Yeah, you're just like, you're
I guess
trudging
I'm,
hard.
yeah.
You turn into a train. And then on the floor.
Change formers.
You feel water starting to pour back into you. That
I need to get
makes
that leaky O-ring.
you got a bad rear end gasket. Oh, geez, what do I do? Oh, man, all my friends are dying. It's just like before I became a captain of a captain. Oh, no.
So, if
You're not gay enough.
you have more strength, can you swim faster?
Technically,
Yeah, 'cause-
well, no, because your swim speed stays relevant to what your movement speed is, but it lets you swim in harsher conditions because it allows you to get a better athletics roll.
Yeah.
So, like, a gentle current, you're moving at 30 feet or 15 feet per turn without probably having to roll a great, like, a 5 on an athletics check. A violent current, you can probably still move 15 or 20 feet, but you need, like, a 15 in an athletics roll.
Isn't bull strength just part of a larger spell called like enhanceability?
It might be enhanceability now,
It's
yeah. I
enhanceability
don't-
because I was thinking about getting it, and it's both strength, owl's wisdom, and something.
Cat's grace, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Isn't there one that does speedment move?
Speedment move.
You mean long strider?
Long strider would be one. Because it doubles your speed?
Yes, I believe so.
But I felt like there was part of no, because it's called enhanceability. It'd just be your ability scores.
Yeah. But, like, if you're increasing your dexterity and stuff, your AC would go up if your armor allows it.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
I did not think of that.
As long as your armor allows it, because, like, medium armor's, like,
And then
armor
for,
base
like,
plus 2 max.
A monk.
For a monk, you can end up
Add their
running around the
con
world.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That's fun.
All right. Oh, jeez, I don't know what to do. What should I do, Wiley? I'm just gonna try
Literally,
this.
the entire time you guys were discussing drowning, I was trying to come up with a plan, and
Yeah,
that's the best I got was the
nothing.
javelin.
I'm just gonna
There's-
try this, and he just shoots an arrow. He misses. It goes wide. It's just. All right. That makes it Wiley's turn.
What type of current are we in right now?
It's a gentle current.
Okay, Wiley's just gonna just fuck it, and he's gonna run and jump off of the boat and dive into the water and start swimming towards the monster because he knows the monster's going after Mercury.
Okay.
So she has to be somewhere around that area.
Okay. You jump. You're like 15 feet.
And since I have web paws, that increases my speed because I'm such a good swimmer.
I feel like that's not a racial ability you get.
But you did say I swim really good because of my webbed feet. I never said I had webbed
Yeah.
feet. You did.
It was
So
just
that
that's
means
Flavor
cats have
Flav.
web feet. Flavor Flav. All right. So you're swimming.
How long does Blur last for?
Up to a minute.
As he's jumping, he just goes, Little John! Yeah!
John.
But was it Little John you had to yell? Or was
Any of
it
It's okay, yeah, or Little John.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
any of you said any of his
any of his screams.
things,
All
yeah.
right. You jump into the air and like halfway through, you scream out, "Little John!" Wiley just starts looking like he's moving extra fast, blurring back and forth, and you splash into the water. You get into the water about 15 feet, where you land from the boat. Now you use the rest of your turn to swim,
Yes.
and like that's your whole turn is swimming.
Yes, because
So we're doing it kind of like a dash action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would give you, what's your base
30.
movement? 30. And is swimming half your movement or regular? I don't remember.
I think it's regular.
While climbing or swimming, each foot of movement costs 1 extra. It's half your speed.
There you
It's
go.
listed under the athletics check.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So,
So
I
that's-
guess that makes sense.
Okay.
Oh shit! You're not blurry anymore. All right.
Double
so,
blurry.
So you used like your action, whatever, to jump off the boat. Your jump was 15 feet, whatever. You got in. You used basically a swim dash action. Roll an athletics check to see if you can do it properly.
That is a 14.
All right. You so basically you move 45 feet towards her. You're halfway there.
All right.
More than halfway.
We're halfway there. Oh, swimming to save a player.
It's swimming through the air. Oh no, we're not in the air. Damn it.
All right. So then that makes it the boat's turn. The boat is going to attempt to break its line again. It does not. That makes it the Hound's turn.
I really wish the Hound from Game of Thrones was here.
Well, he should fall out of the sky any minute now.
Fuck the king.
And the crowd. All right. The Eel Hound is going to... It's already got you grappled, so it has advantage on you / disadvantage because you're invisible. So it has an irregular attack.
He has an erection.
That is going to... Oh, wait. You're incapacitated.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
I think it still has to hit.
It still has to hit.
It still has to beat your armor class, but nothing else applies. So what armor do you have on?
13.
No, what armor do
Oh.
you have on?
leather.
Light. Or
So
good.
that's 11.
Yeah.
11, so it hits.
Okay.
It's going to try just outright killing you. It does not with a 11.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, but you do take one death saving throw failure.
Alrighty.
Then it's your turn.
Mercury, it's your turn.
I can't do nothing.
You
so
are now officially drowning. Roll a death saving throw.
He said drowning wrong, so don't do it.
I will get Geralt of Rivia in here, and we'll talk.
Don't get
to
a
you.
1.
3.
3?
That's a fail.
That's a fail.
Fail.
It's fucking going good.
We might have our first permanent character death.
Yep.
Judge, it's your turn.
I was getting really close earlier this night.
Yeah.
I think I was the closest with actually dying, but you rolled an actual 20 in like episode 3 to save me.
Oh
I
yeah.
was
Yeah.
actually dead.
Oh yeah, you almost died in episode 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your turn, Judge.
All right.
Can he like do something to propel me farther so I don't have to do a full dash?
He's on the floor of here, and he's chained to a boat.
Just use his
Then
horns
I
to
would
blow
have
air
to
at me
dislodge
push
from
you
it.
forward.
Judge, the water seeks into your arc core, and you take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
You begin shorting out.
The only
Again.
thing you can do is walk towards the
Light.
shore.
Or turn into a train.
Just walk towards the shore. That's the only thing you really do.
By the way, this entire time that Judge is underwater, 8 inches up on what's his name's shoulder.
Oh, prone?
Yeah.
Nope.
Unless he's in the water too.
Nope, he's on deck of the boat, not knowing
No,
what the
but when
frick to
he
do.
is.
Oh, yeah.
I like to think.
I'm assuming 8-inch flies off of you, like in moments
Yeah.
of great terror. It's like, ah, you're on your own, sucker.
I just like to picture 8 inches on top of the mast.
Yeah,
just sitting there
probably
like.
Just not even looking the same direction, doesn't even realize anything bad's happening.
No, 8 inches flying around where Mercury would be, because she can sense her.
Incorrect. The wind and current starts picking up as more of the waves buffet against the side of the ship, and you hear thunder rolling in the distance. A storm is coming.
And they're 70 feet from me.
No, it was 75 feet, and you jumped in, so it's probably more close to like 65 feet away now.
Okay. I think it's gonna. It just feels like it would be a maneuver to. I can't just flick this anchor out of my guts. I think I have to dislodge it. Kind
Yeah,
of. Right?
you'd have to dislodge it.
Do you want me to make like a medicine check?
Straight up strength.
Okay. That's a 17.
All right, you managed to pull it out. It's dislodged.
Okay. Dislodge. Distraught.
Okay. The boat stays stationary as the anchor digs itself deep into the mud.
Yeah. Okay. That's because I was imagining just holding it, and I was gonna say, and then I want to stick it deep in the mud. So yeah, I do that, and then So I just get regular. I guess I'm just walking. See, that's what I was gonna say. Is every time Judge is underwater, I just imagine those power armor suits in Fallout 4 that are underwater.
Yeah, that's basically what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're just walking.
So I guess I'm gonna walk up to the shore.
Okay. Which you easily make it to.
Okay. And then I'm gonna run along the shore as close to that area as I can get.
All right, so you move about 45 feet.
Okay.
All right.
And then I guess I'm gonna train my crossbow on the
area.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, geez, the boat. Oh, golly gee, I gotta get this boat going real good now. I don't know what to do here. Oh gosh, I'll just do this again, I guess. Holy frick, he hits the eel hound. With a, oh, wait, hold on. Yep, he hits the eel hound.
Even with disadvantage.
Yeah, with disadvantage. That's why I was like, oh wait, I had to roll again because I was like, oh right, can't see it. What is short bow's D6? Plus his dexterity.
I won't say short bow.
He rolls a 1. So he's gonna hit it for 3 points of damage.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right, and the eel hound underwater.
It's a short bow.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1d6 piercing.
That's what I figured. And then Wiley, your turn. You're about 35 feet away.
35. Dang it. So I can't get there and touch her at the same time and cast a spell.
No.
Could I get
Do
to
you
her?
have
Wait,
inspiration or anything? Could
she
you?
and the eel have definitely been moving down.
The eel's
stream.
just keeping her right there. Like they're so the way that they attack is they grab their prey and they bring it to the bottom of the water and they keep it there while they're ripping it apart. And if it's a water dwelling creature, they throw it on the shore. They can go up and down, in and out.
Doesn't it? Well, I guess you described the current as not being that aggressive. So.
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
whipping it down or anything.
Okay.
Is it possible to get to her and grab the potion that she has and stuff it in her mouth?
In one turn?
Yeah.
Do you have inspiration or anything?
No, I don't think you gave me inspiration.
I've given inspiration out a couple times.
If you did, I didn't mark it down. I don't remember you ever.
I don't think you have given
I've
inspiration.
definitely given inspiration out for you guys' stupid ass hijinks.
Did you give me inspiration when I did the catnip stuff in like the very first episode?
I might have.
Because I never wrote it down, so it's.
I was gonna say, if somebody has inspiration, this would be the time to use it so you get a second turn or a second action or something. Any abilities or anything that'll give you?
That's what I'm about to. Because I do have flourishes, and if I just try to attack him and do a flourish, I might be able to. Because I know one is I can increase my speed. Mm-hmm. Do I get inspiration for diving into the water even though I was afraid?
No.
Damn.
Well, what are your bonds, traits, and flaws?
Gain.
My flaw is, despite my best efforts, I am unreliable to my friends.
Sad.
My bond is I idolize a hero of old and measure my deeds against that person's. Personality is I settle for nothing less than perfection.
Definitely not.
Oh. What if I use my mummified goblin hand to reach?
Just a little bit further. Just like
Just a little-
creation of
it's,
Adam.
it's a little bit closer.
Sure, why not? Try it out. To reach her to cast a spell or something?
Yeah.
And if you fail, you get cursed by a goblin.
What would I have to roll for that?
Well, let's have you do just a straight up athletics check. You need to get a good athletics check to reach her and then be able to like maneuver that thing out and then touch her and cast a spell underwater. Ah, you can't cast spells. You're underwater.
Wait.
Are they vocal spells?
Fuck yeah, it is.
Yep.
I mean, I just have to say it out loud. It doesn't need to be in.
Oh, it absolutely needs to be right. Otherwise, you end up with this tome of misspells.
Yes, exactly.
No, I mean it'll be right, but people just can't understand it.
No, like magic
out
is
as a
all
different
about
spell.
being extremely perfect, which somehow bards manage to do. I didn't even think about that until just now. VS spells, man, you can't do those underwater.
Oh, damn. Like almost all of mine have been
Yeah.
vocal summon spells.
But you've been on the surface for them, though.
Some of them, not all of
Yeah.
them.
The ones that mattered.
Yeah.
Of course. A friendly creature who can see or hear you.
Yell loud enough and anything can hear you.
Literally only one. Oh, so does the. Could I do a nature check to figure out if it hunts for by eyes or smell?
Sure. Roll a nature check.
I think you could have advantage too, since we heard already that it smelled her blood to find her.
But it was also looking at her to begin with.
Well, she was invisible.
Yeah.
Also, that was all meta knowledge.
Ooh, that
Hush
is
now.
a 20. Not nat.
On land, it can use its eyes or smell, but its sense of smell is worse on land. And underwater, it uses its sense of sight and smell, but its scent is better and its eyes are worse underwater.
Okay, I guess I could do that. This is the only thing I could possibly think about doing. Is oh, but it's sound or image. I can't do both, can I? For minor illusion?
No.
I guess what would be better, sound or image, to try to get his attention?
Image.
So, should I be able to see if I just go 30 feet instead of a dash? Just 30 feet because I'm, 35 feet away?
You can use ranged weapons underwater. I think you should just shoot it. They malfunction past their starting range, but they are able to be used.
Within the small bracket.
Well, then I can just get close enough and use the crossbow then.
You're probably already close enough.
All right.
You're within 30.
I was just thinking about getting it to come after the illusion and let go of Mercury and see if she just floats to the top then.
Right, and I'm like, it might work, but I think a slightly better chance would be to
Just
shoot
attack it and then
Yeah.
see if it breaks the grapple. Okay, I'll do that then. I'll just shoot it with the crossbow.
Okay.
Do I
You just
have
roll an
advantage?
attack.
Disadvantage?
No, you don't have advantage.
No, I said disadvantage.
Oh, no.
If I said advantage, I meant disadvantage.
No.
That would be a 16.
That will hit. Roll for damage. Also, as you're looking at it, you can't tell what it's doing, but it's like rapidly thrashing like around a central area. And there's a lot of blood, but you can't tell where it's coming from.
Wow, that's max damage. That's 10.
Okay. A bolt pierces into the side of the eel, and you see it let out small bubbles from its throat, and it turns its gaze straight upon to you.
Can I mock it as a bonus action to make it come after me instead?
No.
because I have a maneuver that specifically does that. So
No. All right. Then that makes it
Like just gestures like
the boat's turn. Okay, it's still fine.
the only other one I could
Eelhound's
use was
turn.
Thunderclap, and that's only 5.
It jets itself away from wherever it originally was,
Ooh, yay.
around Mercury, and it flies straight, or it swims directly at you, like Godzilla.
it has a fly speed too.
Yeah, it does. These things are awesome. All right.
Has disadvantage because I'm blurred.
Oh, all right.
So glad I gave you that thing.
5'11".
No,
That will miss. It swims into one of your blurred edges and goes right past you, overshooting you.
I just do a ballerina twirl in the water, just
Yeah.
goes by.
That makes it Mercury's turn. Mercury, roll a death saving throw.
Just pass. That's all you need to do with this turn.
Can I pass without doing a death saving roll?
No.
No,
No.
Not
No.
pass as in
I was
Do
like,
succeed.
can I pass? Can I just get it?
Do you still
Perfect.
have? No, that's a fail.
Is that our third?
Yep,
Wait.
I'm gone.
that's a third.
Yeah, because I was attacked.
Nice.
This is the last round of combat for Mercury.
Yep.
You guys have Judge's turn, Prawn's turn, and Wiley's turn to make it happen.
Oh, then we're good.
Oh,
I'm 5 feet away from her.
wait a minute. Hold on. No, she dead.
Yeah, isn't it right after
Yeah,
her
it's-
turn and she's dead?
dead.
Yeah.
Okay, Judge, your turn.
We don't know if she's dead.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't think Judge knows because he's up on land. I don't think he knows that he got it away from it.
Correct.
So
You just see like this area, there's just red streaks of water flowing downstream. As the wind is getting heavier, you hear more waves buffeting the side of the boat, and you hear Prawn on the deck yelling, "Hurry, we're bouncing, we're dragging on the bottom."
So I got up on shore and then ran,
Yep, you're running.
and you said they were about 65 feet, but I assume I walked up at an angle towards the shore or whatever, so let's say like 50 feet. My movement speed is 30, so if I were to do a dash action,
You
I
can
could
make
get
it
60,
parallel to where they're at.
and then I could like dive in.
Yeah, I'd let you use the last like 10 feet of that movement to dive in and get right next to where Mercury was.
Can I then make like a luck check to blindly grab and see if I can't grab her?
Technically no, but I will let it.
10
10 or higher.
or higher. Well, that's a 1.
You dive into the water and it's too shallow. You go straight into the mud, blocking your view.
Nice.
Your head is buried in the sand underwater.
Just like a...
Upside down, war-forged rock.
I meant like a... What are those birds that stick their head?
I have a,
Yeah.
I have a
Flamingo,
feeling
whatever.
Judge might die here too.
Yeah. Let's just get a TPK. Let's do it.
Or might. Boys.
Just shoot again.
Okay. Shit. I wish he didn't have disadvantage. He would have just probably killed something. But he still hit. He got a 16.
Nice.
Plus, yep, so that'll hit for D6 plus 2. For 5.
Did you hear that, Bronson? 46 plus 2.
You see an arrow, well, you don't, but Wiley, you see an arrow fly into the water right next to you, striking the eelhound as it swims past you, leaving a little trickle of blood behind, and then that makes it your turn.
Can I swim to the big blood and then do like a luck check to see if I grab the invisible?
Sure.
I guess we should have just done perception.
Yep, that's a thing you can do.
Oh,
But I mean, I'm not.
okay, yeah. Can I just do perception instead?
Oh, you want to perceive?
Yeah. Can I just do luck instead?
No.
Damn it! That is a 21.
Can I just do luck instead? That's a 21.
Yeah, because then you said 10 or higher for him, so I mean, I rolled an 18. So it's...
Yeah, but his luck check was because he didn't know more than a general area, and he was just jumping in to see if he could grab anything.
Yeah.
Yours is like you're underwater. You can like perceive actually and pinpoint things.
Alright.
You see the area where the blood was flowing from. It's a very thick stream, and it's near the surface of the water now. However, you're noticing that the blood is slowed down and it doesn't seem as thick anymore in the water.
Well, I go to her and grab where the blood's coming from.
As you're swimming towards it, something thunks you in the face that you don't perceive.
Fuck. Oh, sorry.
It's her huge dick.
Then I grab that.
It feels like Mercury.
I grab that and then go up to the top and start swimming towards the shore.
Okay.
The shower.
Yes, the shower.
We need to
make
shower
it-
off after
You
this.
make it just to the edge of the shore.
All right, so I'm not out of it yet.
That makes it the boat's turn. The boat.
Oh, you
breaks-
mean Bodie McBoatface?
Yeah. The boat breaks free from its anchor.
So it snaps the line.
It snaps the
or
line.
the anchor comes out.
It like snaps the line.
Okay, that's good.
You hear? I think I'm moving again, boys. Is that you, Judge? That makes it the eelhound's turn. You're still blurred?
Yep.
Okay.
He's the last one.
My ass is sticking out.
Your ass is sticking out.
Although I did figure out that I'm not
shit.
flesh.
I rolled a 23 on 2 separate dice. I rolled a 2 and a 3. It misses. You feel it swim through your legs as it's trying to bite you. And then that makes it Judge's turn.
Okay. Judge gets his head out of the mud and probably doesn't know that Wiley did that. So he, I think, is going to continue searching around. And I can't see. I don't have dark vision. So I don't know if I can even really see
You
where.
can kind of see under the water. It's murky. but for like 10, 15 feet.
And I'm probably close by you because you're right by the shore, and I'm got to the shore.
Can I see them?
You definitely see and hear him like splashing into the like water.
Okay.
Or splashing out of the water.
Does he see that I'm holding on to something? It looks like I'm holding on to something.
Well,
And I
you
guess-
just see him like doing this, like he's like, what the? Like, do you just like look at him because he's like doing this, and you're just like, yeah, my head was in the mud. So what? Why are you so like?
Yeah, geez, back up.
You should
I'm having an off day.
You should roll an intelligence check.
I guess I would also probably see the blood.
There's blood all
Coming
over
from where he-
Mercury, or there's blood all over Wiley. There's blood dripping into the water from like an invisible source that he's holding. There's blood strewn throughout the water.
I think I put 2 and 2 together then. I'm gonna get up on shore
Okay, you are on shore.
and then help him up.
You see that between his legs is the eelhound.
Grapple the eel.
I was gonna grapple it. That's what I was thinking. I'm gonna grapple it.
Okay, roll a contesting strength check. You need to beat a 17.
Rolled a 9.
Oh, 9.
You go to pick it up, and it slips right out of your hands, being super slick and slimy.
Okay, I spit.
It spits too.
Fuck, I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that.
All right.
Bron's
turn.
I can do rally as a
Bonus.
bonus.
Okay.
So I get to do 1d8 of bonus hit points to choose a friendly creature you can see and hear you. This creature gains temporary hit points equal to superior
Yep.
plus your charisma modifier. So you get 7 temporary hit points.
Ooh, I need to learn how to do math. There you go. I got it now.
Hear that every day.
Yep.
But you work with kids that are like 5.
Sorry, 6 plus 7 is a hard number for me to come up with.
All
You'd
right.
think I'd be able to just, do, since I know 7 plus 7 is -1, but no.
You look down the river and you see Prawn is grabbing the boat's like lever to control the rudder, and he's struggling with it. It seems like it's scraping on the bottom and it's just bucking against him, and you just hear him like, "Oh jeez, oh golly, oh jeez, no, I'm not ready for this. I don't want to be alone."
So also starting all of this whole encounter was us smashing into the shore. Was there any damage to the ship because of that? Is it sinking?
It's not sinking, but it took damage.
Okay.
All right, Wiley.
Can he, throw Mercury up on the shore and check to see if she, does the pulse?
You gonna fondle her body to find a pulse?
I'm pretty sure he knows how to, where pulses are.
Sure.
Do I have to roll? Medicine, most likely.
Medicine.
Right? Okay.
That is a specific skill.
That is a 12.
You feel no pulse.
Wiley goes into a rage, but not a barbarian rage. Just gets really pissed.
And he starts dancing.
No.
I just can't take it anymore. I gotta move.
He's so distraught that his friend that he's known his entire life died that he takes out his 2 swords and jumps back into the water and goes after the eel.
Okay. Roll an attack on the eel.
That'd be 2 attacks.
Do you dive between Judge's legs to get at it?
Yeah, it's
Or-
just he's on the
Just sliding through the mud, just
he's on the shore, doesn't feel a pulse. He just gets mad, takes out his swords, and just dives into the water.
Okay.
Well, the first one hits. I'm guessing with a 22.
That'll hit.
The second one doesn't hit because I rolled a 2.
Yeah,
on that
that'll
one.
miss.
So that's a 1d8.
You made me take core corruption damage at the start of my turn last time, and I started my turn underwater.
Okay, so 1 point.
Yeah. Unless all that mud I was in clogged it up a little bit.
Now it's eroding your arc core.
No, my gears are like.
All right, so I'm gonna do the slashing flourish, and that just adds a extra my what is it? Bardic inspiration die. That's what I was thinking of, and it. Well, No, slash and flourish is stupid. I'm doing defensive. It's the same thing, but I get AC also.
Okay.
Literally, slash and flourish is the same as defensive. Just don't get extra AC at the end.
Sounds like maybe you could attack multiple creatures.
Cause extra damage to the target you. Oh yeah, and any other creature you can see within 5 feet. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
that one.
So that's
plus
the trade-off.
yeah. But so since there's only one, I'm doing let's see.
Okay. So you're gonna gain AC.
Yeah. That's a 9.
It's 9.
I've never
That's a
played
lot
with
of
Snipe.
damage.
Yeah.
It's 9 damage.
Wow, 1. So that's 10 HP plus my AC goes up to 16 until my next turn.
Okay. All right. Then that makes it the boat's turn. Yeah, he's
Train kept a rolling.
all right. Judge. Nope. Eel. The eel is going to attempt to.
I'll go instead of it. That's fine.
Still blurry.
Yep.
16.
16 hits.
I rolled 2 10s.
Yeah.
They were the same.
16 is my exact AC right now. If I would have rolled high, I rolled a freaking 1 on my
You
partner
take
dice.
8 points of damage
All right.
as it bites into you in retaliation for the stabs. And now that you're on land, you feel that as it's biting you, it's releasing like this slimy goo all over the area it's biting, and your footing feels almost like it's on grease.
Oh.
You can move like normal, however, you cannot make any opportunity attacks against this creature until the start of its next turn.
All right.
All right.
Grease starts on fire, doesn't it?
I said like grease. I didn't, as far as a consistency comparison. Then that makes it Judge's turn.
I'm gonna smash.
All right, Judge smash.
Judge smash. And yeah, I'm just gonna straight up smash. That is a 15
That'll hit.
and a 14.
They'll do both hit.
Okay.
All right, you got this, boy.
All right.
Let's get it on.
So that is 12 plus 6, 20 damage. Both, I think a flail does piercing,
Flail is bludgeon.
bludgeon. So both bludgeon then.
All right. Morning Star is piercing.
Yeah.
Well, I think the flail, depending on the style, is bludgeon and pierce, but whatever.
Right. I'll blearse it.
As you swing these around, how do you kill it?
I feel like it is like halfway underwater and halfway like up on the shore.
Like an
so it's
alligator type thing?
Yeah, so it's
Yep.
like lunging out to get us and stuff like that, and then retreating back. And I think as it lunges out, Judge takes the gavel and like sticks it to the ground so it can't retreat back, and then he just takes a flail and smashes its head off.
You crush it. It's a bloody pulp.
Ouch.
450 experience between the two of you.
Hey, does that feel like extra experience or something?
It's weird. Oh, actually, she's dead.
Yeah, I feel like we got better at something. Oh, right, my friend died. Yeah.
450. So that brings me to 3370 for me because I had that 20 extra XP from killing those children.
Oh my god, that's still on the top. How much was it?
You get
4.
225.
Oh, okay.
The corpse of Mercury reappears out of her state of invisibility on the shore behind you as you finish killing this eel hound. And the storm that has been slowly brewing is now starting to drop slight drizzle on you, and it rolls down your heads with almost a sadness, pushing off the sweat and the blood and the slime from the monster down over your face. The wind howls as the trees are rattling and the leaves are kind of rustling against each other. But it's oddly quiet.
Wiley is just, his head's just hanging and just like staring at her body in disbelief. Like in his mind, he failed.
Judge doesn't know, hasn't checked her pulse, so he just assumes she's down just like any other time, and just kind of bends over near her and I think Judge does like a medicine check. Because actually, I don't even think Judge can feel pulse.
No.
So I think he just does a medicine check. He's like, all right, Mercury, get up. He rolls a fucking 3. Plus, it's wisdom based, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's -2.
So that's a
Oh,
1.
She's sleeping.
Huh, I guess that thing really got her, huh, Wiley?
I failed.
Wait, why is she bleeding so much?
Tears are just streaming down Wiley's face. Like, he can't control it. He can't speak. All he can do is just weep.
Wiley, she's not dead, is she?
Wiley just falls to his knees.
I think Judge immediately goes into like field commander mode and starts doing like CPR.
CPR. Okay. Roll another medicine check.
Okay. The nat 20. Oh, she's alive!
You've seen enough dead bodies in your past and with the memories that have come back to know that the wound she took to her thigh only gave her a couple moments of life left, and being in water caused it to bleed out a lot quicker, and you know that there is no surviving from that. There's no breath, there's no pulse. Her face has gone blue. She's slightly bloated from the water intake.
I think Judge probably is very typically a very methodical, slow-moving, because he's just a big, fucking huge machine.
Unless there's a portal in front of him.
Yeah, unless that. But I think he's doing that like frantically, like trying to check her eyes and like
disbelief.
yeah,
He's
and,
going through in
and-
shock.
Yeah, exactly. And he probably does like because there's like the bowstring from the crossbow. Maybe he tries to like stitch up her leg or something. I don't, with that medicine check, he probably tries to like do something along those lines, and eventually he fumbles and takes the crystal, the white crystal out of his chest and like presses it to her chest. We'll see what happens.
You take out the heart of Bob and you press it onto her chest, and the white crystalline substance turns red.
I think he just holds it there.
You feel its pulse
Can he-
quickening.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Yep.
It's a 19 plus 1, so 20.
It is absorbing whatever essence of Mercury still existed. You recognize this as being part of a ritual for a phylactery. And that this crystalline heart was a partially emptied phylactery. And now you have absorbed whatever part of Mercury's soul was trying to go into the afterlife into it. Mercury, you are having nightmares.
Oh, snap.
You are being tortured. You are stuck in this endless expanse of clouded darkness, and every time you close your eyes, you see these gaunt eyes looking back at you, almost as if they weren't eyes at all, but instead marbles stuck into hollowed out sockets. You begin seeing skeletons with hair sticking out of the bone, matted down, natted, walking towards you, reaching out their fetid fingertips that are oozing this black ichor, and you just hear the voice of Bob whispering in your head, "You're mine now.
Oh, shit.
One with me, one with us." And you spend what feels like a literal eternity walking through the void.
Oh, man.
I think as soon as like that happens, he comes to that realization. He's like, Wiley, Wiley, I saved her. We can get her back now.
Wiley is still just. He's. How do I just so distraught at himself for failing the one person that truly cared about him that he's just not hearing anything. He just keeps muttering to himself, I failed her. And he's just weeping as he's doing that.
No, Wiley, that's not possible. Look, and I put the gem in front of his face, and I say, no, she's totally fine. We just gotta go. We just gotta get her back.
That's not her.
Oh,
She's dead because of me.
no, she's in here. Let's go. And I think Judge stands up and picks up her body
Okay.
and the gem, obviously, and puts the gem back in his chest.
Okay.
Yes, Wiley just stands up with his dragon, like his weapons behind him.
Okay.
Like he just doesn't have the strength to stand up straight or even really walk.
You guys continue heading downstream then?
I would say so, yeah. We're
Yeah.
heading towards the city.
Okay. All right. The next couple days go by fairly uneventful. The storm rolled in intense on the first night, and it maintained a strong drizzle for the following days. You got few breaks from the relenting rain. However, food along the way, there was berry bushes, there's fresh water flowing next to you, so you guys managed to sustain Wiley, since Judge doesn't eat.
And now Prone has 8-inch.
Yeah, you don't have 8-inch anymore.
Oh,
Judge explodes.
What was supposed to be a 5-day trip turns into 7 days. And then 8 days. And then 9 days. And on the morning of the 9th day, you begin smelling the scent of cooking fires. You begin hearing the sounds of a city. And you come out of this area of trees and along the shore of this river, and you see a giant city before you, sprawling out almost as if it started at just the river and decided to web its way out into the woods and the fields around it. You see Glimmerhome. The city consists mostly of small buildings, shacks, nice-looking houses, but small, with a few very large buildings. One, which you can immediately recognize as a temple of Ralashaz, the chaotic neutral god of ill luck and insanity, and another
Same.
as a temple of Saint Bane. These are the two largest buildings in the town that you can see, with the exception of what appears to be a partially built fort. Built up on a hill on the southern side of the city, this fort rises above the rest of the town. Its walls were constructed, but seemed like they were only completed halfway, and it only has 3 of the 4 guard towers completed. And inside of the walls, you see a keep which rises above them. It's skinny, but it's tall. The walls are patrolled by men carrying torches and horns, but they're miles away from you right now.
I think as soon as the actual like walls of the town come into view or whatever, I think Judge, because he doesn't get exhausted, so he just starts running.
Wiley's now actually, walking up straight, weapons away, but he's been unnaturally quiet.
Okay.
And I'm assuming since Judge has been around him enough, he knows that he's different now.
And I think Judge starts running and realizes that Wiley is going to get exhausted, so he like stops and picks him up and puts him on his shoulder like he used to.
Next, Mercury.
Although no, I imagine Judge like holding
Cradling her?
Mercury. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Surrounding the town are small farm fields, most of which look like they probably just grow gourds, squashes, very little things along the lines of wheat or anything like that. All of the vegetables here look like they're probably fall or maybe early winter vegetables for the off season, as the rest of the town looks like it probably sustains itself off the river. Lining the river's edge, there are numerous docks, some big, some small. Some of them have massive ships attached to them, and some of them have small ships. And you see a familiar-looking sail and banner. The H.G. Giggles has crashed into...
Sorry, that name still gets me.
The H.G. Giggles has crashed into the side of one of the docks and looks like it is now a part of it.
Nice.
The
Great
dock is
captain
closed
skills.
off, and the sail of the H.G. Giggles hangs limply in the wind. However, the rest of the town is lively. There seems to be some sort of festival going on, as many of the people in this town are wearing masks and dressed up in bright colors. There is music coming from the center of the town, and you hear shouts of joy and people proclaiming different things throughout the village or throughout the city. One more notable feature of this town is that there is a large graveyard in the center of it. This graveyard is attached to the Temple of Saint Bane, and then further west of there is the largest building of the town. It is a massive 5-story, what appears to be home, with a large fenced-in area filled with lush, giant trees in the back of it. Welcome to Glimmerholm.
So yeah, I think when Judge picks up Wiley and starts running, he's like, Wiley, we just have to find just like a priest or something, and then she can come back. And then he starts running with Wiley.
Okay. There are two large buildings in this town that you recognize immediately as the Temple of Ralashaz and the Temple of Saint Bane. You would assume that those temples are probably the best place to go for like resurrection or divine intervention.
We also know that the St. Bane people hate undead.
Correct.
Yes. So we would go to the insanity one, I'm guessing.
I think so. Yeah, I think we don't meet any resistance as we sprint up to the gate.
No. The gates are wide open, and they barely look like they're patrolled. They've got a couple sleepy guards there, but they don't stop you. There are tons of people coming in and going out of the town during this festival. You see half-orcs, you see gnomes, you see goblins, you see elves and dwarves. You see all sorts of different people. But by far, humans are the most prominent group here.
Okay. Then yeah, I think we just keep making a beeline to the temple of, what's it called?
Ralashaz.
Yeah. So we run up to the temple and open the door.
You open the door to this temple, and you see a large statue in the center. It is a thin column, and upon the top of it is a round pendant that has a intersecting line with a crescent moon facing downward above it. You know this as the symbol of Ralashaz. Surrounding it, dusting the area, cleaning the temple, or just praying while conversing with each other in a fairly cheerful manner are the followers of Ralashaz, his clerics. They favor simple clothing such as faded greens, dark earth tones, and browns. You noticed that in the front of this temple, groups of them were standing out, blessing all of the different traders and caravans as they walked by, as they tend to be a very welcoming group of people. Inside, the temple is lively. The people there could even be described as excited, almost. Unlike most temples, this temple seems to relish in the fact there is a festival going on, and people of all different types and kinds are coming and going.
Their insanity and what?
Ill
luck.
fortune.
Ill luck.
Ill luck?
Yeah,
Oh, well, fortune's the same thing.
kind of, yeah. These people rush to the door as you come in, and 4 of them greet you. Hello! Greetings. Hi! Hello!
Healer.
Ah, yes. I can see that you have some needs of services. Indeed. We have healers here.
Wiley just stares at him like daggers straight in the eye.
Tell me, I have not seen many of your kind around here. Could you, perhaps in exchange for access to our healer, tell me about yourself?
How about this? You give me a healer and I don't stab you.
Threats do you no good here, sir. We're under the protection of Rala Shahs.
I don't give
You
a
will
shit.
find your weapons simply may not belong to you.
Doesn't matter.
Draw your sword, little kitty.
Wily takes his claws and grabs the guy around the neck.
As you attempt to grab the guy around the neck and extend your claws do not come out.
Oh, then he still just grabs him around the neck.
See, little kitty? Your paws do nothing to me.
Wily squeezes.
This has gone far enough. I pull.
And you are
Wily
even
off.
more of a curiosity. And what do you call yourself?
A bad dad.
Bad Dad.
That's sad.
Yes. You shall henceforth known as Bad Dad, the staunch warrior.
All right, going on my character sheet.
And is this your pet kitty?
Close enough. Listen, we here, and I give them Mercury's bloated, disgusting corpse.
Ooh, yes. We just cleaned in here. Perhaps take her into the back.
Okay, show me.
Follow me. Come, little kitty. And he, like, scratches between your ears.
Wily punches him.
He scratches between their ears, and
Yeah.
then his brain.
Yeah. You attempt to punch him, but, like, just like in a dream that, like, if you're having a nightmare where you're trying to run or punch somebody, you go to throw a punch and you just can't seem to put any strength into it, like you're being held back. And, like, it just gently hits him on the cheek, and he giggles. I told you, there is little harm that can come to us inside the Temple of Rala Shahs.
I really hate this place.
Yes, so do many of the others. How do you think our temple has stood the test of time against those foul beasts over at St. Bain's temple? We have been blessed by Rala Shahs himself. He once traveled these sacred halls, you know, before he ascended.
Really?
True, very much so.
Fascinating.
All of our cloaks have a piece of the cloak he left behind sewn into them. We deconstructed it and took a piece of thread out, and every new member or cleric gets a cloak made with the fabric that came from his. We are all Rala Shahs.
You're crazy. Whoa,
No.
wait. He
No.
is the god of insanity. That makes sense.
Crazy would be what you're here for, which is bringing back the dead. That's crazy.
They can read minds too.
It doesn't take much
It's
to
a
figure
dead
out.
body,
You
Judge.
say healer and bring a dead person in.
Wait, look. All you need to do is just take her soul out of this.
And you pull the heart out, and they immediately are like, gasp, phylactery in our halls. Good thing you came here and not to St. Bain.
That's what I was thinking.
Please, will you allow us to study this? Our scribes could use a little workings.
Yeah, you can study it while it's in my hand.
No, that would not do. We must touch it. Look at the crystalline structure, the facets upon it, the carving, the ornate detail. And they're like rubbing their hands all over it, like in almost like a sensual manner. You see a couple of them are just like drooling out of the side of their mouths. Oh, yes. I haven't seen cuts this big, this great, in so long.
Wily takes the mummified goblin head he has and throws it at them.
Oh, yes. Forgive me, I was beside myself. Another artifact. Yes. Is this for us to study too?
You can have that if you don't touch the stone.
Okay.
That's fine. That was a useless trinket I had, so go.
Hey, come on! It came in super handy. It saved Mercury.
It came in super
handy.
Oh. Okay. Not me. One of the female monks or clerics grabs the hand and runs off into the shadows with it.
And fingers herself with it.
No. Look at what I've got. It's another one. We've got the other one. I think it's the same creature. Yes. And you see them like run
Good.
and hear a door close.
I really don't give a shit right
Should
now.
oil their doors.
You can't make doors out of oil, silly. It's a liquid. That's even too insane for us. Although, with the right application of Poddle Putty, some ooze, and a deactivation serum, perhaps. Scribe Johannesburg! Please come to me. I have something for you to write down.
John is born.
Johannesburg.
John is born.
Johannesburg.
Johannesburg.
Johannesburg. That's all I hear.
Okay, you can do all this stuff later. First, just bring her back to life.
back.
Oh, yes, about that. You see, it's the migratory season.
What?
Coconuts don't migrate. They can be carried.
It's not a matter of where it grips it.
It's a simple matter of weight ratios. A 5-ounce bird
Cannot carry a 12-ounce coconut. Well, what if two of them carried it together?
Oh, sure. Grip it by the husk.
Grab it by the husk. But what if they strung? Okay, anyway. No, you see, it's the migratory season. It's when our highest and our most powerful clerics and priests, they travel the world to spread the word about Rashales. Ralashaz. Sorry, we're all very excited. You see the fountain in the middle of the room there underneath the symbol of...
Filled with PCP.
Actually, not far from it. During this time of year, there's a great festival here in Glimmerhome where we bring in the harvest, and as part of it, we have one straight week of just insane partying. Except for those fools over at the St. Bane Temple. They stay locked inside. They say it's a bad omen to get munmundled.
Have you ever...
What? Munmundled?
Yes, munmundled.
We don't have time.
You ever had a mundled brew?
I
Get
don't
to
really
the
care.
point.
We bring the point is, so during this time of the year, we bring in the mun harvest.
I don't care about that.
And we
Can you
mundle it
resurrect
all,
her?
and we make a mead. It's called munmundle. You drink it, and it's very, very, very powerful.
You know, if I could stab him right now, I would.
So
1 gallon is said to fell the highest of Stormcloak giants. Remember Skyrim? We sure do. But we fill the fountains with it for a week. There's
Okay.
no water except for the water in the munmundle mead.
So what does this have to do with reviving?
Well, so those here with access to the spells that could potentially bring back your bloated friend over there, they're not here.
Where are they?
They're off seeking new secrets, new conversations, and new recruits
Where?
across the world.
So what you're saying is it's hopeless.
Where's the closest one?
Well, they left weeks ago.
To where?
Wiley just walks out.
Pick a direction.
Literally any. How many left?
How many what?
How many prophets left?
Ah, yes. How many floating seeds are on the head of a dandelion past age? How many beard hairs in a man who is grayed with grandkids?
I used my robot brain to figure it out.
76 of them.
Okay. What you're saying is I could head off in any direction, asking about.
The door's shut. Wiley's gone.
Wiley's gone.
Now I have to resurrect him too. Fuck. I can head off in any direction, asking about prophets of Ralashaz, and I would find one that has the ability to bring her back.
Knows of a way or has the ability to are two very different things.
Okay. Then, let's start with something simpler. Can you preserve this body?
That we can do.
Okay, let's do it.
would you be willing to make a donation to our temple fund?
Yes. Here is
Your gold is gone, by the way.
how?
Wiley took it.
When?
You never saw him?
Did you leave it on the boat?
No.
Oh.
You have all the
I
gold.
have it in my compartment.
Yeah, that's right. You have it in your bender pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wiley comes back in, opens up the thing, and takes some gold.
Like, you go to open it, Wiley, like, peeks up. Bloop. All right, thanks, bye.
Bye.
Now, we can preserve the body for basically as long as you need. We only ask a simple donation. However, finding a way to bring this girl back, it could be a long and arduous journey.
Well, it has to happen.
Then I can point you in the right direction.
Okay.
But I fear there is a catch.
Okay.
Bringing one back from the dead, they're never the same. A memory might be missing, or they might come back in a different body, or they might not remember you at all.
I mean, all this has happened to me, so, and I've turned out fine. Just oil starts pouring out of his eyes.
His eyes like dim for a minute.
Yeah.
And as I said earlier, there's a difference between knowing of a way to and knowing how to. I don't doubt that even in our halls here, you could find knowledge of a way potentially to. But eventually, knowing how to is what it comes down to. The art of bringing back the dead has been long lost.
Have you ever heard of, what do they call Poise Stardust?
The Black Witch.
Yeah, the Black Witch.
Is it Black Witch?
The Black Bitch. That's what it was.
Yeah. Was it the Black Witch or the Dark Witch? Because I know it's the Dark Queen.
The Dark Queen and the Black Witch.
Something like that.
Guys, you remember Chip Chip Chirp?
Remember those fun times?
My
It was Poise the Great Witch. And then the other one is Melissa the Dark Queen.
Have you ever heard of Poise the Great Witch
Who hasn't?
of Izalith?
Who has
Welcome to
not?
Dark Souls.
Who hasn't heard of her? She's half the reason you can't bring the dead back.
She knows about it, right? About
She did before Melissa cast her into the abyss.
Can you get me to Shines Grove?
You haven't heard.
No.
Shines Grove is gone.
To where?
Well, it didn't just stand up and walk away, silly. That would have been our doing.
Listen.
Hey,
Listen.
listen.
Listen, on the Nine Hells, there's one floor. City walks.
Shines Grove was, for a lack of a better term, crushed. They say a giant god tread it underfoot. A large black beast, almost like a dragon, but dead, crushed it. And all those who fled, consumed.
All those who fled? Any other rumors?
Well, we haven't. We sent. Well, we tried to send some of our members up there. The rare occasion where Saint Bane and Ralashaz can see eye to eye. We knew that something had to be done about a roving creature of undeath and such great power. We may have been going to collect information, but in essence, isn't that what Saint Bane would have been doing too? Collecting information? Just the means to the end were different. We wanted to know more of. They wanted to know more of how to. But how to destroy it, and us, how to live amongst it.
Okay.
But those that came back, they weren't themselves.
Came back from Shines Grove?
Yes. They made it there too late, obviously. We sent them up there when we heard our first reports. Undead armies, red-cloaked strangers, gold-cloaked, white-cloaked strangers, even some brown cloaks like us. But then those that came back brought tales of things that could not be. One of them brought a creature back. It was chained down to the ground, almost like a ball and chain, bound in leathery skin, barely clinging to the bone structure beneath it, screaming, wailing, and howling. It drove those who heard its screams, its terrible howls, mad. It floated constantly above the ground, almost like it was trying to free itself and end its way into the sky. But it was constantly chained. It couldn't get away. It was struggling in its own endless torture, its own endless guilt, whatever you would call it. And then one day, it just fell to the floor. It gave up. It let off one last terrible howl, and our scribes wrote that the skies turned gold, and it fell to the floor, and it was silent.
Okay. So that sounds like maybe not a great lead.
I might have something that could help you, as I
Sure.
said. The North has been faced with much disarray, much disaster as of late. The last month or two, we've heard endless reports of undead in
Which way did we come from?
the North.
Okay.
So most of our missionaries went southeast and west. Some went north. We haven't heard any reports or letters back from them yet. Nobody has sent a bird or a tweet for days.
Gross.
But we get many reports from the other lands. We were told that somehow the territory of Alfana seems to have escaped much of the fallout of the Great War. And it seems there is still grand magicians there and wizards. There may even be those who can bring the dead back there. But that is a far journey. And ever since the Great War, we've been cut off. It wasn't until recent that we started hearing reports that it even still existed on the map.
I think I jumped to the portal as what's her name was explaining where all the portals lead, right?
Yes.
Explaining where the portal she knew of left, yes.
Did she mention anything about Alfana?
I think she may have mentioned it.
No, she was in the middle of explaining what the first one did, and he's like, I'm bored, and jumped through a random one.
Right.
So she didn't even get to.
Explain where they went.
Explain
That's
where
right,
any of them
yeah.
went.
Because you just chose a random one, so no. We can arrange travel there. It will be
How long
difficult.
would it take?
It will take some time. It's a long journey. The missionaries that have returned from there, they said it's about 3 months to get there. 3 months back. And that's in favorable conditions. The Great Rift rarely provides favorable conditions.
It sounds like a big plot point. Let's talk about that.
The Great Rift is a giant storm that was born out of the Great War as a way to end the reign of Melissa the Dark Queen. Magicians from many lands came together and cast the final bits of their magics from our lands in order to cast a spell large enough to envelop and consume the armies of Melissa. This was after the betrayal of Poise, the Dark Witch, the Great Witch. So she was already fled, a coward. She couldn't even stand by her own queen after all the atrocities and horrors she did. She's probably died many years ago.
Yeah, and the people that helped her, am I right?
True. The great constructs and siege engines, their towers, her undead armies, they all fell into what used to be a land whose name has been forgotten, and now is just a great ocean. It sunk beneath the waters. However, ever hungry, the souls at the bottom absorb anything that passes through. the Great Whirlpool, or as it's called, the Great Rift, end to end, coast to coast, rarely settles the waters long enough for a traveler to pass. But with the recent airships that have been coming and docking here, we have had some who have successfully made it there and back through the Great Rift, without needing to sail the tumultuous waters below. All they have to worry about are the storms above. And a storm is easier to get free of than a whirlpool the size of a continent.
Which direction is Alfana
West.
to Rose?
Turtles.
No, you're going west to Rose.
How far
It's a city.
do you know of the Songstruck Temple?
I've never heard of it myself. Perhaps some of our scribes have record of it in the archive.
Do you know, are these airship captains like up for hire?
Some may be. True. If you're looking for passage to Alfana, in 1 week's time, we're sending another group of missionaries that way on an airship that we have already purchased passage upon. Our last group didn't come back. If you're willing to research that and come back with information on their disappearance or their current whereabouts, we would be willing to pay for your passage.
And then you'll preserve.
I will preserve the body for you. We can put it in our catacombs beneath the temple. It wouldn't be the only body we have on ice.
Okay. Let me think it over, and I'll get back to you.
Would you like us to preserve her now, though?
Yes.
It seems like you're coming to the end of the time when her body is still ripe for the resurrection. Well, we will take it from here, then. Your donation, please.
How about like a few hundred silver pieces?
That's quite generous of you. Absolutely. That'll cover the spell components for some years to come.
Good. Well, help out other people like me.
We will do.
Big robots, that is.
We do serve Relishas. And if you're willing, if you do wish to take up our offer, there is 10 days, a 10-day week before you leave. We'd love to know more about what you are. I've never seen anything like you. I'm sure our scribes can learn quite a bit from you.
Yeah. That's another thing that I can definitely think about.
All right. Our temple doors are open 24/10.
I forget that week's 10 days, and that just sounds weird.
Sorry, I just had an aneurysm real quick.
24.
All right.
Open
I'll
24/7. We have a 3-day weekend.
May chaos in the
I'll be
scale
back.
of balance that waves to both sides forever guide your path.
And also with you.
All right, you leave. The streets are filled with people in colored clothing. You see plenty of these Relishas followers walking around, blessing people as they travel through. Some of them are playing like mime games and like little street tricks for the kids, casting like little cantrips to entertain the crowds.
That Mr. Mime scene.
Can't believe they killed Mr. Mime.
I know.
Okay, so anyway, it's the best meme to come out of that whole movie. Is I can't believe they killed Mr. Mime.
Wiley is just leaning against a pillar that's outside.
Okay, outside the temple.
Yep.
All right. The doors open and Judge emerges.
He just waits for Judge to get closer.
Okay. I think Judge just kind of stands there for a bit. Thinking.
And waits for Wiley to get closer.
Bob shows up and just kills everything.
This town is next.
I was gonna say we're doing a Metapod battle.
Harden's Harden. I use Harden.
we're just standing there. You come. No, you go.
No, and then I think he steps closer and he says, "While I don't know what we should do because I need to go very far away from here, but we also need to help our temple."
There's only one thing to do, and that's find a way to kill Bob and extract my revenge. If I didn't fucking release him, we would never be on that river, and Mercury would never die.
Well, that's one way to think about it, I guess.
It's the only way to think about it because it's the truth. So I'm gonna find a way to kill him and kill him with my own hands.
Okay.
And I will sacrifice anything to make that happen.
With all the obvious craziness that happened, I don't even remember why we came to this town in the first place.
Oh, food
Right.
for the temple, yeah.
Should we go find Prone?
Well, yeah, I need a new armor. And that's where all the chitin is to make the armor.
True. Okay.
I also need money.
Oh, here's half of the... just take it all.
If you're gonna go,
I think
if
I
you
need
say you
to-
need to go traveling,
They're going
Or
to pay
whatever.
for it. I think...
oh, all right, whatever.
And so as we're walking, we're continuing to talk. We just start walking towards the shipyard, I think.
Back towards the docks.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he explains everything they said.
Yeah, I would have guessed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was, so I think the best... Oh, by the way, apparently Shines Grove is destroyed.
Oh, hey, dude. More traumatic news. So anyway, what kind of pancakes should we get?
I'm not even surprised because I'm pretty sure we said it was destroyed.
I think
Right
we
away.
did that one.
Yeah. I came to terms with that like last week.
And
No, I
remember...
didn't realize it's only been like, God, what have these last 2 weeks done to us? Well, it's more.
It's true.
Remember when we used to be a band?
Yeah, yeah.
It's been about a month total in game.
Yeah,
And
that
it's-
month is, this last month has been one hell. Yeah, it's just been hell.
Yeah. So I think
I'm pretty sure I died that second day out, and I'm just in
purgatory.
hell. I'm just in hell. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I'm dead.
Yeah, but we've laughed. You can't laugh in hell.
I don't even know if I can laugh.
Well, not anymore.
Emo game. Emo game.
So I think that I need to go to Alfana, which is months travel from here, and you need to get the
Well-
supplies back to the Songstruck Temple.
Yeah, I do. And if anybody knows where I can look to get more history on Bob, it'd probably be there anyways.
Where?
Crystal would probably
Yeah.
know who to talk to. I mean, she did just watch over him for how many fucking hundreds of years?
I think we need to rally the troops. I think these Ralashah's people are insane, but I think they would fight against insanity.
Aren't we all insane?
Yeah. Ain't that the truth, brother? I honestly was thinking like of making Judge's voice like way deep or something like that. How like I dropped out before. I was like, maybe Judge should go into Judge Dredd mode or something like that.
It's just a...
But-
I would think Judge is more into daddy mode, whereas I need to get my little girl
You
back.
guys seen my spatula? We're gonna grill some hot dogs. And I can't find my favorite spatula.
more so of like panic dad mode of like, I need to get my daughter back. I need to make sure she's okay and all that.
Yeah. So I think let's go talk to Prone.
I really don't care about him. I'm just grabbing my shit
Yeah.
and getting food and then getting new equipment.
Yeah.
And then I'm out of here.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys try searching for Prawn.
Yeah.
Roll an investigation check to see if you can find any information or anybody that looks like him.
What's my investigation? Okay.
I only care about the gold.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to him for some reason.
16.
Wiley?
Oh, 14.
14. All right. You guys spend a few hours trying to gather any intel about this guy, and you hear that there might be somebody at a tavern. There's a tavern called Upstate Drinks.
Okay, we leave the town.
Wiley just goes hangs himself.
Good campaign, everybody.
TPK for sure.
Judge just goes into the water, never comes back out.
At a tavern by the name of Upstate Drinks, you have gathered enough information to find out that somebody is renting a room there that matches the description of Brom.
Okay.
Upstate drinks or upstake?
Upstate Drinks.
State. Okay.
Okay, we walk in.
Yeah.
This is a interesting looking tavern. Most taverns you go to are wooden or cobblestone or some kind of brick. They're kind of musty. They're old. They look like they were either hand cobbled together or just are kind of in some level state of ruin. This tavern, however, doesn't look much like a tavern at all. It looks almost like a gallery from the outside. It has large glass panes put into the wall, beyond which are these like stone statues, almost like mannequins, each of them wearing some kind of like fashionable clothing item and holding a drink in their hand in these very strange types of glasses. They've got a long glass stem with a wide base at the bottom and then like an upside down pyramid or funnel at the top of them. They don't seem like they hold much drink at all, and each drink is a strange color with things hanging out of it. One of them is green, fills the cup about halfway, and it seems to have what looks like a miniature sword stuck through an olive hanging out of it. Another drink is pink. It looks almost like a wizard's potion, and it seems to be frothing at the top of it. The area seems to be lit almost by magical light. The lanterns don't seem to have any visible flame in them, but they're all emanating this soft yellow light that flickers on the walls, but is a bit better light than what a candle would give off. You open up the door.
Yes.
Inside this tavern, while most taverns are kind of loud and rowdy places, this place has kind of a soft, toned-back atmosphere. However, all the patrons here are dressed in what appear to be like button-up frocks, fancy clothing. They're all wearing like pantaloons or very fancy pants. So the women are wearing skirts and have their hair in strange styles you are not unfamiliar with. And behind the bar stands a tall, thin male with a handlebar mustache, no other facial hair aside from that, extremely smooth skin. You would almost, aside from the mustache, almost confuse him with an elf, and short brown hair. He is wearing a pinstripe blue and white shirt with a bow tie. His arms are, the arms of the shirt are rolled up in, the sleeves are the word I was looking for there. The sleeves are rolled up and kind of buttoned to the shoulder, and he is wearing khaki-colored pants that are tight-fitting and a belt with a snake on it. As he stands there, he has a little name tag that is written out in a very fancy handwriting. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, look at you. Hey, how you doing? My name is Amund, son of Fred. Oh, jeez. How you doing? Welcome to my establishment, the Upstate Drink.
Ahmed.
Amund,
Amon.
son of
Hi,
Fred.
Amand.
Son of Fred.
Son of Fred.
Can
Yes.
I get a martini shaken not stirred?
A what?
Have you seen a guy that came into town recently? You know, the guy who, ran his boat into the dock?
Oh, you're talking about my new best friend. Yes, I have seen him. He's upstairs.
All right, what room?
Oh, I can't go give you that information. That would be a breach of contract.
Can
We're his crew. We were
summon
with him. We
somehow?
fell off
Yes,
the
I
boat.
could call him up here. Oh, are you the crew that fell off with him?
Yes.
Ah, yes, the robot and the cat. Yes, that would make sense. Ah, it's ringing a bell. Yes, let me ring a bell now and get him.
All right.
He turns around and there's like a wall of different strings, and each one has a number underneath it. And he pulls on one of the strings, and you just hear a distant like. And if you.
No, it's da-da-da.
Down the stairs runs prone. Oh, guys. Wait, no, hold on. Oh, jeez, guys. How you doing? You made it back. Wait, where's the girl?
Where are my things?
What things?
The chitin that I brought with.
Ah, yes. I have some bad news and some good news.
All right.
So do we.
We have mostly
no,
bad
just
news.
bad news, actually.
The good news is we're alive. All of us are alive. Isn't that great?
Hey, bad news. No, we're not.
Oh.
That's where the girl is.
Oh.
Where's 8-inch?
I have some bad news.
Oh no!
Did 8-inch steal my fucking shit?
Yeah. When I came into town, I crashed the boat.
Yeah,
the rudder
we saw
broke
it.
on the way in,
Yeah, we saw it.
and I had no anchor left.
Uh-huh.
I had to pay for the repairs somehow,
All right.
and so I sold everything on board, or they were going to hang me.
Should have just got hanged. Hung. Should have just got hanged.
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 I'm already hung.
Look at this big boy. He takes off his pants. Oh, flops onto the tavern floor.
You could have easily paid for it. Just
And then
fuck if you-
unrolls and goes out the door.
Yep.
And you just hear in the street, oh my husband can't do it like that. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, me.
This is the strangest porno I've ever watched.
So, all the food and chitin and ship supplies and weapons and, strangely enough, the body of that kobold they wanted, it's gone.
The only thing I care about is the chitin.
I sold it to the local blacksmith.
Hey, that's where I was going to bring it anyway, so probably just going to cost me more.
Just be careful. His name is Ore Crusher, and he's a very intimidating feller.
He's a gnome.
Well, his name is Slytooth. His smith is called the Ore Crusher, but I wouldn't be surprised if his also an Ore Crusher. Oh, he was just so. It was too much for me.
He got my dander up.
Raising my dander.
So where's 8-inch?
So about that bad news. It could be good news, but I don't know. We crashed the boat, I saw her fly, and that was it.
Hey, she'll always come back. I mean, that bird has been alive for way too long past its actual life expectancy. So,
1 whole month. No.
no, that's what woke him up was 8
No, I
inch.
know.
And I think we said that he was with them for at least 100 years before I came in.
Yeah, because how old is Mercury?
100 and something.
Yeah. And you're how old?
24.
Yeah, so it would have been probably about 120 years, somewhere
Yeah,
around there.
and 8-inch has been there the entire time, where none of us question why a bird is over 100 years old. But
None of you question why when Judge transforms, 8-inch has a random conductor hat and operates him like a train. I feel like the age of the bird is the least concerning factor of this game right now.
True.
we take what we think at the time.
So this was as we crashed it? As you crashed into the dock here, or?
Yeah. It was as I crashed into the dock.
Okay. Is there like a local, turn to like the bartender dude, fucking Amand. Is there a like zoologist or something like that in town?
Yes, there just so happens to be one.
What's their name?
I don't know. I've never met the guy. But he sells rare and exotic pets down at the shore.
Okay, down at the shore.
Wiley turns to him. I need a room.
We're full.
How much you get a room? Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll take his, and Wiley points to Prawn.
Prawn is paid in advance for a week. I can't give up his room.
He just sold all my things. He doesn't have a room anymore.
That's between you and him. However, with the festival, there's a lot of foot traffic here. A lot of rooms are full, but I did hear, before you get angry, I did hear that Skeevy Bootfinger has a room open at the Compass on the Shore.
That's my college nickname.
You bootlicker.
Bootfinger. Don't call him Bootlicker. He'll get very angry. He's also a very strange man.
God, that's some well-aged bootlicker.
Skeevy.
I'm guessing that's an inn, or is that an
It's a
inn?
tavern.
Tavern, okay.
It's a tavern.
The name of the tavern was the Compass.
Compass on the Shore.
Yeah.
It's not as great as my establishment. Randy. Yes, very much.
Wiley turns to Judge. You do what you have to do. I'm going to do what I have to do. How many more days do you have on your arcane core?
Who knows?
I would assume he's probably dead.
All right. Wiley puts his hand on him. And what's the maximum that he can have?
Well, also, we've been traveling for multiple days.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you're just like giving him a small recharge each day.
I was thinking like just one each day. So that's why I was.
Just enough to keep him running.
Yeah,
the max he can have is 10 days.
10? Okay. So. All right. I fill it all. I use all my spell slots I have available for the day and fill up all the way to 10.
All right.
Okay.
You have a week of fuel. As that's happening, a couple of the brown-cloaked members of Rala Shaz's temple come running in. Excuse me, Mr. Robot Man?
Hi, my name's Judge.
Judge, yes, we were sent to collect you. It appears that the ship, due to favorable conditions, is leaving port early. We leave in an hour.
Huh.
Wiley turns out and walks out of the building.
I throw him. Oh wait, do we all have those little dishes?
No, you have one.
Yeah, I give him the dish, the talking dish.
Okay.
I hope I'll see you again.
I hope you succeed in your futile quest.
Bye.
Wiley. Ouch. Wiley has changed. All right. He is.
I hope he changed. You got a bunch of blood on you.
All right. Wiley, as you're outside, you hear Judge exit out behind you, escorted by this group of these brown-robed clerics or priests, and you look over your shoulder, watching him as he walks in the opposite direction of you, somberly, but his feet still clunking hard upon the ground, kicking up dust as he walks. And you watch for a little bit longer than a minute until he disappears into the crowds. Possibly the last time you'll ever see him.
Wiley turns around and starts walking towards the blacksmith.
Okay. And that's where we will end this week's session.
I like to picture that the ending cinematic is kind of where Wiley turns around and starts walking and like freeze frames, and it kind of goes black and white a little bit. So it's just see him walking towards the camera, and then you just see Judge's back in the background, and it just a separation of
You like
ways.
look over your shoulder, and then you're walking towards the camera and past it while he's disappearing.
So
into
like the
horizon.
camera's like right here, so you don't see Wiley's face. You just see like his body, and then back of Judge, and it just freezes.
All right. And that's where we'll end this week's session.
Gentleman Games podcast.